Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video of Bleach Mobile 3D. Now, I don't really record too often at nighttime, but I figured I kind of wanted to today. I really want to play the game. It's a little bit later at night right now, and just generally, I feel like there's no better time than the present to get it done. And so what we're going to do today, so I want to do all my attempts on the roulette here, just pop off all of these. You get a lot of these for free, just from logging in and stuff, and this is one of the best roulettes so far, because it gives you 5 of the universal shards in general, and it has the advancement stones, which are super helpful for getting more upgrades. And I mean, I don't fight against getting more red shurikens. So in general, it should be a great time. Then after that, what I wanted to do, so they did something weird here, where both the New Year's Rukia and the GRIMMJOW use the same tickets, but we're gonna be doing the GRIMMJOW levels here today, and we're gonna be trying to get this rose, because that's one of the best accessories in the game from what I've seen, and we'll try and check it out today and kind of talk about it. But for right now, let's just go ahead and go into this. Now, we're not going to get anything too crazy. This isn't fucking Spiritual Awakening with Megatamas all over, naturally. But hey, I would love to get any universal fragments as I possibly can, because I need them direly to get Bankai up, because I want to get him to, I think it's rank 10. I think that it's, I strongly believe that it's rank 10. When he gets to that, he'll be able to get another bond, like, open. So he'll be a hell of a lot better once I end up getting things upgraded. So he is going to gain a pretty sizable amount of power off of that. So, hey, a man can dream anyway. And we'll just keep on trying to go through this. Now, I am going to save all of these onigiri in general for the next double drop thing. I've been working on Aizen through this entire time. I've been trying to get that up and use my stamina on that. We've only gotten 1 universal shard in, like, what is that, 7 rules so far? That's a bit rough. But yeah, I'm trying to kind of get in the habit of saving up all my stamina stuff for when that ends up coming around. I've been working on Aizen quite a bit, and it's been working out decently. The issue that I'm finding is that I also kind of want to get the Nell fragments upgraded and stuff, because she's been doing a great job in terms of autoing over on Mino's Hunt recently, and I usually use her for that anyway, so I'm trying to balance things right now, and it's been going all right. This should help me upgrade a lot of my different ranks that I've been struggling with recently, because there's been a lot of different ranks I just need to try and pick up. So get through this. Is our last multi here. We got probably like 20 shards in total off of that entire thing, so we got a couple of drops inside there. Probably not 20, like maybe 10, 15. Not a large amount off of our luck, unfortunately, but I am going to try and trade here for all of my fortune points for some Hogyokus. Because I've decided on what my plan is for future banners. Because after the Bankai Toshiro drops, which is going to be one of the next banners to drop in general, we're going to have banners back-to-back of the new Ulquiorra, which is version 2, which has the Gunda Etapa, and then we're going to get a second GRIMMJOW. So I decided to forego going in on the Toshiro. I currently have 107 tickets. I probably could get to 160 for Toshiro's banner, but low-key, I feel like I'm going to collect the like espadas. That's going to be my biggest thing. And getting any Ulquiorra works for me, so I think this is what my baseline is going to be. This is going to be what I pursue. And it should go pretty well, all in all. What I'm very curious about here is I want to go to the store. Thank you. Oh, actually, we'll refresh that, because I don't mind grabbing some more fragments there. But off of this, I've been trying to think of what to pick up. I've been picking up some of the orange scrolls here, but I've realized over time, you can get these orange scrolls from other places, and 400 of these is a pretty sizable difference, versus being able to just go like this and get 290 of these weapon realms. You need 465 on you to be able to get, from Weapon Realm 0 to Weapon Realm, I believe, 9. Which, in that case, I want to save all those up for when Ulquiorra drops, because apparently his banner is going to have an exchange for It might be Adult Nell and White Ichigo. White Ichigo being the one that I care about the most off of that exchange. So that's kind of what I want to gun for here. I figured it would work out pretty well, and in general, I want these Hogyokus no matter what. So I think it'll work out. Granted, it takes a lot of temptation and a lot of willpower to not just pop this into Ichigo here, because God knows he would be so much stronger with it. But I want to try to get all the files done, because I want to get to at least the second file, if not more, when they do end up coming around. So saving up, we'll get there. And what we'll be doing today is using GRIMMJOW over Unlimited Challenge with the Bankai and Nell, and just seeing how far we can get, because generally there are certain roadblocks you hit inside these, and it does become a decent difficulty at certain points. But we'll get there. Oh God, that's loud. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna turn that down. That's all on my end, but oof, boy, that's some loud stuff. And in general, I don't really do these limited challenges on video very often. These are actually pretty fun. They're one of the, I want to say, harder kinds of levels to try and do. And this is one of the only things in the game that doesn't lock you out based on your own, like, power level. So a lot of the story, what it ends up doing is you can probably progress through a lot of different levels inside the actual story yourself, but they lock it out by the power level you have. So if you're at like 1.1 million, you can't play a 1.5 million power level in general. And that makes it so you don't really understand what your capacity for work and effort is. This is the best way to try and traverse it, and because it comes around so often, it lets you try and get through the entire thing over and over. So, for example, the first time it came around, when it was the Bankai Ichigo, I was only able to get to stage 2, up to like the 4th level or so. As of the Nell one, I was able to get to all the way to the stage 4 in general. And just kind of how it ends up going. It just kind of swaps around and you progress further as time goes on, as your strength increases. And it's neat. It's a little like reminder that you're actually doing those little upgrades and having a good time. Now, the rose is going to be 40 fragments, meaning we're going to need to get... Let's do a quick math. I fucked up the math last time I tried to do this inside recording. What's 30 times 40? 1,200. We need to get that many for today then. With 72 tickets, I imagine we could probably get close to that. Because the banners are split between both New Year's Rukia and the GRIMMJOW, which she did drop, by the way. She is available, but she's one of those characters that's only a bond. She's an attack bond for Shinji, which is super helpful if you have him. But because I don't really care too much about Shinji and playing as him as a main, she's only an armor link for all the different characters in the future. So I decided not to go in on her. And so GRIMMJOW, I'm glad they actually dropped his as well. So I would have been really upset if they didn't end up dropping his at all. Because God knows I would love to be able to use him freely. And we are here. And honestly, I find this gameplay to be really fun. It feels like you have a lot of control over how you're fighting the enemies. And even when you're doing things, you get some good stuns in with the GRIMMJOW. So like the first being a double dash, you feel like you're actually controlling the general waves you can dodge around. The third being a distance attack is quite nice. And the second being just a general like, hey, get slashed up, buddy. It's pretty neato. I don't know. He's one of those characters I played when I first started and just haven't actually touched since then. I think he's almost at gold quality right now. So, I mean, he's getting up there. He has the capacity for progression. Just a matter of actually trying to progress there. And today, on transit, I read a lot of manga these days. I've been trying to get in the habit more and more of trying to get that done. So today, I finished Stone Ocean, which is the part 6 of JoJo. Great stuff. That finale is going to be crazy animated. I'm so excited for it. Seeing it, so the reason why I'm rereading JoJo in the first place is because I'm trying to re-understand the panels I didn't actually comprehend the first time. Like, through the entirety of Bohemian Rhapsody, I was so confused as to what was happening because it wasn't the clearest. Because Black and White isn't the kindest in the world on trying to adapt things. But there was a team a while back, like a fan sub-esque team, that did a full color version of almost every single one of the JoJo parts. I don't know about the early parts, but I recently read part 5 over again because the anime was out. And then afterwards, I just felt so excited to get into part 6 because I personally love everything beyond part 4 a lot. And I've gained more love of it now that I've went through it in the actual colored versions because I actually comprehend a lot more about what they're doing. Like, I actually understand what's happening on the panels and don't actually, like, question, okay, but what is this mud on the mosquito on the side of the rainbow? It's a lot. It's a heck of a lot. Why is Pinocchio, it's, whew. So that was a great time, and weirdly enough, so two of the series that are the most similar yet different are JoJo and Persona. They have like similar-esque concepts to it. Less cool powers inside Persona, in my opinion, but you know, that's how it goes. But I actually managed to get through the rest of Persona 5 today as well, because I've recently been replaying it since the P5R came out. I ran through, I think I started at the early parts of it was one of the cutoff points toward where the streaming was allowed. It was toward the tail end of the casino. And I played from that onwards to the end of the game. I am so excited for P5R, man. And playing through that again and experiencing Kawakami's Valentine's Day event, that's some good shit right there. It's got me really excited to see what they end up doing with everything. Because now that they have the Human Morgana confirmed for P5R, seeing those final scenes inside P5 are really strange. It's so weird to have it be, I don't know. They're very intent on mentioning Morgana being a human at some point. And now that you just have the confirmation, it's retroactively abnormal. It feels very strange to me. But I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited to actually play through it. So I need to grab a PS4. I played through it on PS3 because that's me. But hopefully soon. I'm praying I'll be able to get to that once it ends up getting around and actually have a PS4 before P5R comes out. So I want to play through that, definitely. I'll definitely want to try and do that like day one. Hopefully Atlas doesn't actually block the streaming rights to it, because that would mean I would be able to actually stream the thing. But we'll see. We'll definitely end up seeing how things go. Because God knows. Atlas hasn't said anything about Q2. So it's possible that we may not be having too many worries about their whole copyright policy and stuff. Because when P5 dropped in the first place, there was a bill, or not bill, but there was a whole like copyright thing, or I'm gonna say MDMA. That's a drug. DMCA is the thing, I believe, where you aren't allowed to stream past the 11th of November. Hopefully they don't have that inside P5R, because that's going to end up ruining my experience, I feel like. Because it would be so nice to be able to stream that. You know my love for Persona. I've played Persona games on the channel before. I played P3 for a bit with a friend of mine and ended up dropping it and deleted all his videos. I played P4 for a while, and I played the rest of it in my own free time afterwards. But I've never actually had my raw reaction to a Persona game fully on the channel, and I feel like a long RPG like that is kind of what I need right now. It's just great shit. But it's been going well. I think that I was really happy trying to get through P5 again. I forgot a lot of the details toward the tail end of that entire game, so I'm super happy about kind of getting a refresher and stuff. Soon we'll get P5R. I believe it's 2020 for the Americas, so we will end up progressing to that point eventually. And generally everything's been going pretty well in terms of like yesterday, or not yesterday, last week was my first week of school. And I got so exhausted about it, but now that we're into the second week, I think that I was very tired today, but I felt very happy about things. I think that also seeing Junji Ito over the weekend made me inherently happier. Just seeing someone I look up to on a stage like that and seeing him talk so normally about these like abominations, because that's what Junji Ito creates. He creates abominations of complete horrifying trash lordery that scares me to my very core and invites that feeling of unknown that I can't get past. And I love it. It's great. And it's so weird to see someone that is... It's such a mind that you expect to be the most obscure and strange thing in the world. And seeing Junji Ito on a stage just normally talk about how his wife and his kids love to read his books. And like, he's like, oh, you should get sleep, guys, because you would actually end up fucking dying. It's pretty bad. And there's such an air of normal. I don't want to like put out the assumption that he isn't normal, because there's no normal in this world, let's be honest. But he has more normality to him than a lot of the people that I know in person right now. And it's so strange to me, because you would expect someone like that to be completely unfoundedly different from what you would ever expect. But unsurprisingly, people that create aren't always weird. Like, I also know a guy who creates a lot of Vor fan art. And, you know, he's a pretty chill guy. He does his convention stuff. He's a pretty cool guy. But God knows, before I actually talked to him, I thought he was a fucking weirdo. That's just how things end up going. You create those assumptions beforehand. We might have a problem here. So I didn't realize that it doesn't open until day 3. So off of that, what? Okay. Okay. So I know that I would get more points if I swept further. But low-key, I just kind of want to see how far I can get with 10 sweeps. So how much am I at now? I'm at 500. I could actually use like 30 of my ticket and get it today. Honestly, I just kind of want to see what the roses look like, genuinely. I'm not really too concerned with trying to compete for this, and there's not actually I don't believe, a ranking reward for this one. Like, I don't see a ranking tab here. So I'm not too concerned. I'm just trying to end up grabbing the rose thing before it goes away, because I'm trying to collect as many of the accessories as they come around as possible. So what are we at right now? We're at 1134, so we can get 37. Let's do like 3 more sweeps here. I should probably go down to 30, actually. We'll do 1 more, just to be safe. Keep it at like an even 30. We'll keep it for next time. I just want to go ahead and grab this freely and just be much better and much good to go. And I am super happy with that. I will absolutely take it. Now we do get to do another multi here. Oh, 2 multis on the roulette banner, or the roulette thing, because we got those coins off of that. And I'll take 2 more of those universal shards. Hell yeah. And not much else, unfortunately. I will end up buying more of the Hokyokus though, because it's build the collection, get more, just keep on pumping it up. So how many are we at now? Just out of curiosity. 553. That's totally enough for Ulquiorra right now. I could probably get this upgraded. Okay, what do you need for your last trait? You need 15. That's pretty rough. Damn it. I also put my red book on her because I figured that she'd like HP a little bit better. And she's been doing a great job with it, honestly. Yeah, I think I'll save these for now. If I end up getting to like 665, I'll upgrade Ichigo's probably to get his a little bit more, like, I want to get all of his traits done and good to go, because then I'll be done with him completely. And that should work out pretty well. But what I did want to do, we'll go into accessories here. Basic. And look at this. So attack has a 10% chance to add a chaos effect to the target. Now, I don't fully comprehend what chaos entails, but I am so curious to find out what it's actually about, and I'll probably end up just tossing Frost Rain on Nell for now, because that's okay. That works out. Let's go find out what chaos is about, shall we? Actually, before we do that, I might want to swap off of GRIMMJOW for now, just because, like, he's helpful, he's great, but at the same time, I'd love to be able to use my actual team. So let's deploy that real quick. And God knows that's so much more power. We're at 1.3 million now, actually, after getting that accessory. I will absolutely take that. So let's equip our roses to you. I'm going to put the Frost Rain behind Nell, just for the sake of it. And I guess we just hop into any general quest. Here, we'll do Treasure Cavern, actually. Because when it ends up proccing, I want to try to click and see how things go. Honestly, I don't know what would be the indication of what chaos is. Like, am I going to suddenly freeze time? Who knows? We're here to learn. But chaos sounds rad to me. With a 10% chance, there's a pretty decent chance of inflicting it on random people. That seemed to make them slower and like turn different directions, because that's what the above head swirl means. If you actually look at the enemies here, I'm trying to like, here, I'm going to normal attack these guys. So I'm trying to like proc this on them. Yeah, you can see there's a little like spiral above their head, which they end up going in the wrong direction. Is that all that chaos is? Just different directions and changing how they end up moving? If so, it's going to be really good for inner selection, but I feel like it's not going to be the hardest carry in the world. It's going to be a great accessory to have in general, But yeah, I don't see it being too useful inside random levels unless you're fighting like either a big boss on tough foe and end up having them trying to run away from you whenever they try and use a big skill, super cool thing. Or inner selection where you end up in like getting the people unable to run away from you effectively, and they'll roll in the wrong directions and dash away in the wrong directions and just kind of fail all around. Just flop around the area. Which actually might be better than Frost Rain as a whole for inner selection, honestly. So I'll take it. I will genuinely try and get that good to go. My issue is during the week when I'm doing like my day-to-day towards school stuff, I can't really get my inner selection done. Because during like 8:30 to 9 o'clock, which is what time it would be for me, it would be like early parts of the morning, and I'm always transiting, but usually between that time, like it changes around decently whenever school starts and classes do whatever. But I'm usually inside the subway when it comes to the time for Las Noches and the inner selection and stuff. So I lose out on a lot of those benefits, and honestly I'm missing a lot of diamonds because of it. It's kind of a shitty time, but it's just how things end up going sometimes. I think we're doing pretty well here. I think that this chaos is definitely controlling them pretty well. And I will absolutely take it. See, like, whenever it's double rewards, I always try and play this manually because I also want to get as many benefits off of it. Because I have realized your income of silver is definitely not the kindest thing in the world. No matter how much you want and need more silver to upgrade your gear, it's just a very slow, very long process of getting your dailies done. And you know, that's how it ends up going. I really need to get some more gold, but I've had the very fun habit of just constantly putting my gold into getting more materials for upgrading. I'm currently getting toward getting to 110 all my gold gear for the bottom gold upgrades. It's hard to explain these. But it costs way too much. And my lowest, like, upgrade thing right now is mostly my gear and weapon realms. So, someday, I'm sure I'll get there. But I will take that. That was a lot of benefits. How much money do I have now, just out of curiosity? I have 28 or 2.8 mil. I don't know. It's a number. You can see here, like, these all cost gold. And it's a fucking pretty penny, man. Like, I can actually get one of them to 110 right now. But in order to get all of them to 110, I'm going to need to get at least another, like, 300 to 500,000 of the gold. So that's fun. That's always a good time. I'm just going to try and get through that myself. But all in all, shouldn't be too bad of a time. And generally, it should be a pretty chill time over here on the game. I'm going to keep on trying to get my dailies done and generally do some things. The recruitment event, I've seen people get some pretty good luck on it because you can get a full pull of Rukia herself. And she's pretty solid. All in all, she's a pretty good free-to-play unit. And if you do end up getting her, you can grind the limited challenge to get more fragments of her to get her unlocked fully. So it's an easy character to collect if you're trying to spend a limited amount of your tickets to actually get a new unit. It's not one of those ones I currently need or want particularly, so I'm not gunning for it, but if you don't have GRIMMJOW, she's going to be the ideal way of collecting points for this season. It does seem as if there isn't a ranking for this one either. It does use the same tickets, so every day you'll get 10 and 10 of the same tickets off of both. The Nell actually used a different kind of ticket with this like rainbow thing, so I guess they just chose to give like two of the same. I don't know about it too much, but hey, I will absolutely take it. And that's just kind of how things have been over here. I'm going to keep on progressing, keep on getting good to go. We are currently level 96, apparently. And I'll just keep on progressing. Either way, thank you for watching for today. I'm going to keep on progressing, keep on doing some good things. And I'll see you next time when the roses crush inner selection, because I want to do that next time. Bye, everybody. That was a weird ender. Bye, everybody. Take it easy. See ya.